You may not realize it, and you actually might think that some of these are good, but there are a lot of plays that you are making right now in Pokemon Unite that are costing you matches. You leave being the MVP, but at the end of the day, you're actually the LVP. I didn't think of a good way to word this, but you've done something that has possibly cost your team the match. It looks good, it feels good, but it's actually not such a good play. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 5 mistakes you are making that are costing you the game. Expensive sound effect. Hi, this is Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw! I play a lot of Pokemon Unite. How much? Doesn't matter. What are you, my dad? A lot. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of the plays that allies make, some of the plays that you or I make, and we are going to talk about why they actually might be costing you the match in Pokemon Unite. Let's talk about our first mistake, starting Zapdos too early. This first clip actually has a few mistakes that we're going to go over, but our team is here at Zapdos, and it is a close game. The announcer even says so here in a moment. Our Absol starts attacking Zapdos right here, and then our team is split between attacking Zapdos and attacking enemy Pokemon. Zapdos gets low, we try to take it as best we can, the enemy gets it, and inevitably this ends with a GG for us. Or for them. I'm not sure how to word it. The point is we lost. GG. Something you'll notice here is, first of all, it's a close match, and second, our entire team is not at Zap, and third, the entire enemy team is alive in this moment. Sure, they're not here at Zapdos, but they are on the map. They are making their way here. We don't have enough time to take Zapdos without them making it to the engagement, at least a few of them, and as you can see, 3 of them did make it to this fight. So at this point, we're basically just leaving it up to chance as to whether or not we're going to win this match. Not a good play to full-on attack Zapdos right there. A better decision in that moment would be to have defended Zapdos for a moment, try to take out members of the enemy team, and once we have a player advantage near Zap, we can start to take out Zapdos with a much higher degree of safety that we will be the team taking it out. Otherwise, again, we are just rolling the dice, baby. This next mistake that is costing you games that's from this same clip is actually a very, very insidious one, and it is going to score at the 2-minute mark. We can see the allied Lucario is running up in that top lane, going to score right now, not with their team for this Zapdos fight. It's a close game, and I know they think if they put those points in, we will be up, and ideally, we wouldn't be attacking Zapdos right here. All that's true, but when you're not on a coordinated team, and you peel away from the entire group just to score 100 points, you oftentimes can lose the game for your team. I actually think this is deceptively possibly the worst play in the entire game. You think you did really well, you probably got the MVP, but you actually abandoned your team in the most important moment of the game. Do not peel away for that score if you want to win more matches. Now, I'm not saying that that play will never work. Of course it will. It's the reason people do it. And also, it looks good to have a bunch of points. You get to post one of those things online where you show that your team scored nothing and you scored 280 points and you go, I can't believe these teams. But the truth is, it doesn't matter how many points you scored or if you're the MVP. You're looking for that W, and the best way to get it is to be with your team in very, very important team fights. Again, there are so many situations where this can be slightly different. One of the biggest ones that comes to mind is if your team has KO'd multiple enemies, you're at the goal before the 2-minute mark, everything is going great, you're stacking some points for the team. All of that feels a lot better. When you run away from Zapdos in a very, very close match, or especially a match where you're slightly behind and your team needs Zapdos just so you can score some points while a big fight is about to go down, I think you are making a big mistake. You're also assuming that your team's Absol isn't going to start Zap. They very well might start Zap, and then Cinder joins in with them. And then your team Sylveon, who's a Pokemon Unite YouTuber, is going, oh boy, what do I do here? So, again, in general, I think this is a very, very bad play disguised as a very good play. There is a flip side to this play, however, and it's that if you can distract the enemy, oh boy, this actually did end up working out. So in this sense, we have 2 enemies down, and they're kind of coming in at us one by one. Our Zeraora, you can see on the minimap there, is sort of scooting up towards the enemy team. After this Greedent, it's looking to score, while our Greninja is attacking Zapdos. The enemy sent 3 people down to deal with that Zeraora. Was it 4 actually? No, I think it's 3 people to deal with Zeraora. We just casually take Zapdos in that moment. So, similar to the last play with Lucario, the difference here, however, is that Zeraora peeled there once they knew that we won an exchange in that bottom path, and then Greninja started Zapdos with no enemies around. Pretty huge difference. The enemies deciding to focus on Zeraora was a huge mistake. 100 points really don't matter when the enemy team is about to take out Zapdos. The next play that could be costing you games is feeding. Now, I'm not talking about this play right here. This was me alone against the entire enemy team as a Talonflame, hoping to catch Dreadnought, and I did. Do I make it out alive? Of course I do. No, actually I don't. They end up KOing me right here. I didn't have a good getaway. This is an acceptable time to get KO'd. In general, though, you want to make sure that you are not getting KO'd in your matches. As much as possible, don't feed that experience to the enemy team, especially if you're a high-level player or you have a lot of impact on the game. The amount of time you're KO'd is time where you cannot influence the match. Let me now show you a moment from the same game where I make a very different and very poor decision about when to get KO'd. Here we are near Zapdos, and clearly I think I'm a big shot. I'm going to take this Greninja out, move back down to Zap, and in chasing him, get KO'd at 1:40 seconds and do not take out Greninja. What a terrible play. I could have used my Unite. I could have done a lot of things to end that better. Instead, I am KO'd, and I simply have to wait and watch my team hopefully take Zap here. The good thing is my pride won't get in the way, and I will not make that mistake again. Oh wait, there's that Greninja. I'll just KO him for old time's sake. Ah, missed my fly there, no big deal. Okay, just gonna chase him down here. Once again, I take a bad fight and lose to Greninja. I'm costing my team the game here, even more than this Blastoise who's just hanging out and waiting in that bush for apparently nothing to happen. Oh, and don't worry, I will talk about people hiding. We'll call this our next mistake that's costing you games. Stop hiding in the bushes around Zapdos. Stop it. I know that you've stolen Zapdos a few times and you think that it's a good play. It's not a good play. Participate in the team fight. I have no idea why everyone has decided that a good strategy in this game is to hide and snipe. People see too many videos on Reddit of cool moments where someone took Zap. I swear, stop hiding. Now, in defense of that last Blastoise in that last clip, they showed up to the fight late because they had been KO'd and respawned. They were the only one there. They were looking to take Zap, hopefully. I'm not saying that specific moment has ruined the game. However, the play of hiding near the end of the game, whew, it is one of the worst ones you can make because you are not participating in the fight with your team. It is a really, really rough decision. There's a big team fight going on right now. You need to be there, baby. I recognize this is going to be a controversial take, but the next play that's costing you games is fighting over the jungle. I get it. You called it first, or they called it first, or someone called it. They want it. You want it. In general, if you're playing alone or in duos or whatever, if they will not give up the jungle, you have to make the unfortunate decision to give it up yourself. Otherwise, this will happen. Let us enjoy our mini-map for a moment while Venusaur and Cinderace do something I call the dance of the worst teammates in the world. Ah, look at them. Two graceful junglers fighting over each other's jungle the entire game. They continue to do this all match, going so far as to just stand next to each other sometimes. Yes, they're both very, very petty. And I think the biggest lesson that you can take from this is, as sad as it sounds, when you're dealing with someone like that, if you're trying to win, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to win. You're gonna have to take a lesson from a movie you might have never heard of before. It's a little cult classic called Star Wars. How did I say? Dang it.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
That's right. You might hate me, but let the Wookiee win. Just give the baby their bottle and let them take their jungle. Otherwise, you'll be making amazing triple kills in the bottom lane while you're watching Cinderace and Venusaur dance with each other at the base. Ah, yes. Pokemon Unite! While I think there are more plays that are costing you the game, I think these are pretty big ones right here. Pretty big plays that if you start changing this behavior in your gameplay, you will win more matches. And I'm not expecting you to play perfectly every time. I certainly don't. But if you keep some of these things in your head, I think your team will win more games. And you are on your team. Sometimes it's good to remember that. You want your team to win. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm curious, if you made it this far in the video, which of these plays do you find yourself making? What's something in your play that you'd like to work on? And for fun, what's your favorite Star Wars character? Mine, I know it's corny, is Han Solo. God, I love the guy.
I love you.
I know.
Bye, everybody.